Will I even accomplish going alone?
Alphen, are we gonna go rescue Shionne or what? What's gotten into you, man? Aren't you worried about her?
Do I even have any right to be?
If you were in my place, you'd say, to hell with all that. What do you want to do?
Sounds like me. Pretending I have all the answers is kind of my forte.
Come on, man. Snap out of it. This isn't like you. Look, I get it. You finally remember your past, only to feel like you've lost yourself again. You're in shock, and who wouldn't be? Worse still, you blame yourself for what happened. And yeah, I don't agree, but that doesn't mean I don't understand either. But here's the thing. None of that's got anything to do with Shionne.
I guess.
It's about Naori, isn't it? Look, you're still here, aren't you? Who's to say this chick isn't alive and kicking out there somewhere, too? Fine, I've said my piece. The thing is, though, where does this leave Shionne?
My power consumed me once already. I left behind a path of fire and destruction. And the same thing could happen again. I can't guarantee anyone's safety, including Shionne's.
So you think we might get burned up because of your sovereign powers? I can think of worse ways to go. Come on, fight this thing! What happened to the guy who talked to me after my dad died? The one who cared enough to reach out and save me? That's the guy I was proud to follow. Not this faltering imposter who's taken his place.
Law.
No, I'm serious. What's gotten into you, man? Just give me the word and I'll beat some sense into you if that's what it takes. Now, I'm gonna ask you this once and only once. Are you serious about rescuing Shionne or not? What's it gonna be, Alphen?
What do you think? Of course I want to rescue her. Hell, I'd do it right now if I could.
So then quit griping and do it already!
Listen, you're probably right about all this.
Alphen.
It's exactly like you said. Whatever happened in my past has nothing to do with Shionne. But there's still so much that There I go again. So much for the inspiring Alphen of old.
He could be a pain sometimes. Besides, even a hero has to let the cracks show once in a while, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Just give me a little more time to fill in the cracks. And thanks, Law.
Hey, don't even mention it. You've totally got this, Alphen. I believe in you.
You're certainly full of surprises, aren't you?
Trust me, it's not intentional.
Sorry, that was insensitive of me. Though, there's still an awful lot I wish I could understand. Every new piece of information seems only to yield further mysteries. The truth feels just as elusive as when we first started. I am well aware of where you got your powers. But why, as a Dahnan, do you bear the same crest as the current Renan sovereign? More to the point, why choose a Dahnan for their sovereign in the first place? And then there is the Maiden, a figure so powerful, she's playing yin to the sovereign's yang in esoteric ceremonies. And yet, I've never even heard of her. Then again, this all occurred 300 years ago. What if the term sovereign doesn't even hold the same meaning as it did back then? Listen, I may be a traitor among my people, but I am still Renan, born and raised. I learned the same history, listened rapt to the same tales. And yet now I feel like there was little truth to any of it.
Speaking of which, there's something else that I remember from the spirit channeling ceremony. It used the Renis Alma.
You're certain?
Yes. Or at least that's what they called it. Only you would know if it was one and the same.
Oh, I have never laid eyes on the real artifact myself. And you never participated in a crown contest. You're not even Renan. Many mysteries lay buried in these 3 centuries past.
3 centuries is more than several lifetimes. Was I really out that long?
Well, I'm only estimating based on historical record. But all the facts would seem to point that way.
Who the hell am I?
If I may be frank, we have even bigger fish to fry than that. By comparison, the far more important question at hand is, just what does it all mean?
Frank, huh?
Sometimes, we need a little help in addressing the truth behind our pain. Not to compete over lives lost, but I suspect your count is still somewhat beneath mine.
Thanks for lending me an ear. And sorry for being a bother.
Please, no thanks are necessary. The quicker you get back on your feet, the sooner we can all get back out there.
All this time, I thought it was the worrying about Shion and the pain bringing you down. I didn't realize you were lonely too.
I guess all of us are. In one way or another.
Yeah, but you've only just found out. I mean, no, not found out. Remembered.
To tell you the truth, I was actually beginning to forget I'd even lost my memory in the first place. Now that it's returned, well, you can see what I'm like. It's strange. When I think about Lenegis, it still feels like it was only a year or two ago that I was there. But then I realized what feels like years was actually centuries ago.
What about your hometown? Do you know if it's still there?
I doubt it. When the Renans invaded, the world as I knew it changed overnight. Even if the place is still there physically, I expect the people will be long gone. Certainly everyone I knew, at least. My family, my friends.
Yeah, I know how that feels. I have no home to return to either. No family waiting for me. I used to curse my bad luck that I'd ever been born a mage in the first place. Otherwise, if I hadn't, maybe my mother and father would still be alive today. Although if that had been the case, I guess I'd probably still be just another slave with no means to resist. I'd never have met up with you guys, that's for sure.
Have you learned to embrace your powers yet?
Nuh-uh. I resent them a little less than before, though. They've kept me alive this long, right? I try not to think about it too much. After all, who can predict what the future will hold? I guess what I'm trying to say is that with everything that's happened in your past, finding out you're the Sovereign and all, it's no wonder you're conflicted. Heck, honestly, I think anyone would be.
Rinwell.
First it was Xion, then it was me, and now it's you. All of us suffering, just because of some power we never even asked for.
Yeah. All this time you were suffering right in front of me, and I never even knew. I feel like I finally understand what you and Xion were going through.
You couldn't have known. Still, if you want to make it up to her, shouldn't we hurry it up and rescue her already? Poor Xion must be lonely, all by herself wherever she is.
Yeah, you're right. Let's get going. What do you see out there?
Zeugles. Strays by the looks of it. We unwittingly disturbed their territory on our way here, and now they're looking pretty riled up. So, feel like you're making headway? You know, sorting through things?
All I know is Xion needs our help. As for what happens after that...
Say, how did you get back down here from Lenegis anyway?
I came down in a Renan starship. I have Naori to thank for that.
What happened to her? Did she come with you?
She stayed behind. Just as I wanted to get back to Dana and my people, Naori's place was with her fellow Renans, performing her duties as the Maiden. Neither of us asked for the power or roles we were given. I suppose we felt a kinship with each other in that sense. But even then...
Wait, so you mean it wasn't just Danans like you that Lenegis abducted? You're saying they forced Naori, one of their own, to serve against her will as well?
Even within Renan society itself, there exists a hierarchy. I don't think she was ever given the option to refuse. Despite that, she did everything she possibly could to serve her people. The very same ones I ended up slaughtering. And even after that, she still helped me escape back to Dana. She stayed behind on Lenegis to help any of her people who survived. I owe her more than words can express. A debt left to fester for what? 300 years? How do I even begin to make up for something like that?
In all honesty, you don't. You can't atone for what's happened in the past. I don't think anyone can. Be it several centuries ago, or just yesterday.
What are you saying? That I might as well give up?
I'm saying you don't have to be a white knight in shining armor. Back after my brother had passed away, it was you who told me that his dream lived on inside me. And you did the same for him, for Dohalim, when he was ready to give up too. You were there for both of us. You know what I heard? I heard you telling me to keep fighting, to strive no matter what.
Then I was out of line. I had no right to ask that of you.
No, you're wrong. Those words were exactly what I needed to hear at the time. In fact, I would go as far as to say that I wouldn't even be here had I not heard them. Left to my own devices, who knows when I would have been able to pick myself up. Besides, it's not like killing all those people was a choice that you made of your own free will, right? The truly terrible ones are the people who abducted you. The ones who forced you to wield that power. They're the ones you should be blaming. Not only that, but that guilt you feel inside, that's all the proof you need to know you're a good person, Alphen. Do you understand? If I'm still allowed to fight and keep on living, then damn it, Alphen, so the hell are you. But, if you're still not convinced, then ask yourself this. What is it that you've really been fighting for this whole time? Go on, ask yourself.
What I've been fighting for, huh? Back to the inn, I guess.
Alphen! There you are!
What is it?
Zeugles, that's what! They're almost at the village gates!
Any closer and they'll be house hunting. I knew we shouldn't have cut through their territory.
That sounds bad.
Can you fight? No shame in bowing out if you're not up for it.
Kisara's right. You don't want to go overdoing it.
I'm up for it.
Really?
You ready?
As ready as I'll ever be. It's now or never, right?
Alphen, right! Great to have you back! Now let's do this!
Look sharp, people! If we don't act fast, they're going to get into the village.
Right. We need to hurry.
Remember, if the pain's too much...
We've all got our own pain to deal with. I'm done letting others pick up my slack.
Here they come! We can't let even a single one through!
There's a firm no-Zoogle policy.
Fine by me. Let's get to work then.
Holy Land!
Time to shine. Continue your flame.
I shall feel you where you stand.
Look sharp.
Illuminate the
Take
dark!
this.
Holy
Demon now.
Land!
Double deep! It's almost too strong.
Then I'll split it open.
Be my guest.
Illuminate the dark!
These seem smelling to me.
Yeah.
I'll pick you all on! Ha! Flare the Malika!
Reflect the fighting.
This one's mine! Dragon form!
All in order.
Denied!
Double Demon Fang!
A debut performance.
Appreciate the help!
Demon Fang!
Here! I owe you one for that!
Double Demon Fang!
Take this.
Demon Fang!
I'm gone! One more!
Double Demon Fang! You'll pay for that!
Here.
Double Demon Fang!
From beyond. Imbue
Here's the raging
Demon
dragon!
Fang!
Imbue
Double
this
Demon
space.
Fang!
I'll be
Resuscitation.
saving this one. In here!
This one's mine!
Tiger
One
Blade!
with
black and blade.
I'm gone!
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Ringwell!
Frozen!
Hammer! Alphen, you okay?
I'm fine. This pain thing really hurts, huh?
But hey, at least you're still alive.
It wouldn't be called pain if it was pleasant. It can be pretty useful, though. It's good motivation to improve and get stronger.
Guess I've got a lot of room to improve in that regard.
Anyway, I'm glad we could protect the village, especially after everything they've done for us.
Yeah.
You know, Thistleum kind of reminds me of home. The people here have hidden themselves away out of the fear of being found, always watching their backs. Though in the end, home was destroyed anyway.
That won't happen here.
Oh? Is that a hint of fighting spirit I sense?
Yeah. I won't lie. Some of these memories will take a while to process. But I've learned something too. My rage, this fury I feel at our so-called rulers, it comes from having so much of myself stripped away from me back then. Friends, family, home. They took everything from me, and left me with nothing but guilt. I was completely alone. At least that's what I thought. But not anymore. Since I awakened, I've met people who I care about. Friends who hold me up. Friends who make me feel like I'm worth something. And I won't lose that. Not ever again. I'll protect those bonds with everything I have. That's why I need to keep fighting.
But Xion comes first.
Of course. First we rescue Xion, then we defeat Volron and liberate Dana. Everyone, will you fight with me?
Say the word and I'm there.
Certainly no objections.
Then it's agreed. Our next stop will be the capital, Pelegion. According to the villagers, there's a huge cliff separating Thistleum from the capital. Luckily for us, there's a path we can use to climb up.
Sounds like a plan. Let's go.
We don't know what lies ahead. We should prepare well before we venture forth.
Yeah, can't exactly fight at the top of your game when you're hungry.
Good point. By the way, how is Mahavar doing? Wait, don't tell me we still haven't found him.
It's not like we haven't been looking. I've covered the whole length and breadth of the coast, but...
All of the other crew members are accounted for, including us. But we weren't able to find Mahavar. He's still missing.
I see.
Perhaps he couldn't bring himself to abandon the ship.
You mean at the bottom of the ocean? Damn it.
We don't know that it sank. We all washed up on the same shore. If the ship went down, isn't it strange we haven't come across a single piece of debris?
Do you think he might still be alive somewhere out there?
I think stranger things have happened. Whether he's alive or otherwise, we've exhausted all the avenues available to us. All we can do now is press on ahead.
Fine, let's get going.
Okay.
Why?
Ugh. Damn it.
What?
Is that so?
Okay.
Great job.
I'll teach these small fry who's the apex predator of these waters. Just watch and see.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves now.
I guess we're having fish for dinner tonight. Thistlein was founded by Danans fleeing the tyranny of Renan lords, right? But when you first came, they must have known Dohalim was Renan. So why do you think they let us in?
They almost didn't. But it wasn't just Dohalim they were wary of. They didn't trust any of us.
Even the weird Danans just like them?
When you live life in constant fear of being pursued, it's only a matter of time before all outsiders start to seem a potential threat.
I suppose that makes sense. So how did you convince them to trust us?
You saw how destitute the village was. They needed food, badly. We hunted some Zeugles for them. That seemed to do the trick.
Of course, a little magic-assisted roast didn't hurt things.
Never underestimate a full stomach's ability to put a person at ease. It turns out a hearty meal can be a powerful weapon.
This flavor, why, it rivals the cooking of my own chefs in the palace.
Something's on your mind. You having second thoughts about rescuing Xion?
Of course not! Xion's our friend! Almeidrea was the one I hated. For as long as I can remember, she served as a symbol to me of everything Renan. But ever since getting to know Xion, I realized it doesn't make sense to group people together like that. Every individual is different.
I see.
Besides, the situation with Almeidrea was something else entirely. I'd already decided I wasn't going to kill her, but when I saw her die right in front of me, a part of me thought it served her right, that she'd gotten what she deserved. But another part regretted that someone else had come along and killed her instead. Don't get me wrong. If I had the chance again, I still wouldn't kill her. But it's not like I'll be shedding any tears now that she's gone. It's all so confusing. I don't know how to make sense of any of it.
Who said it had to make sense?
Huh?
Rinwell, you've done nothing wrong. You've started to question the beliefs you've held all your life. It's only natural for you to feel disoriented. You didn't give in to the hatred you felt for Almeidrea. You made a choice not to kill her. And that's significant, whether you realize it or not. As for what it means exactly, that might be worth taking some time to figure out on your own.
Some time.
Or don't, if you don't want to. It's just an idea. I'm still searching too, remember?
No, I think you're right. It can't hurt to keep searching after all. And hey, thanks, Kisara.
I can carve my one like blade. Take this.
Come forth, holy glitter,
Demon
holy
fire.
land.
Bet that shell's hiding something tasty. Blaze on fire. Demon fire. Lunar arc.
Raging cascade.
Lightning strike. One more. Demon fire. Going in. Double demon fire.
Seal.
This one's mine.
It's almost strong.
I'll split it open.
Be my guest.
Hurricane strike. Demon fire.
Not today.
Lightning strike. Tiger blade. Ready to go.
Black and
Hurricane strike. Double demon fire. in a bind?
Demon Fang!
Order won't save you!
We did it!
What more?
They smite with blackened blade!
Tiger Blade! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa! Against my full power, you didn't stand a chance.
I think Hootle senses an owl around here.
It feels like I'm melting.
Calaglia was pretty hot, but at least the air there was dry. Out here, it feels like I'm trying to walk through thick soup.
I can hardly breathe, it's so stuffy. And don't get me started on the insects. You hanging in there, Hootle?
It's brutal, all right. I can feel my energy being drained away just by walking. All this vegetation makes it hard to keep an eye out. Keep your wits about you, everyone. And watch you don't keel over while you're at it.
What's needed at times like these is a relaxing hot spring. That would soon help us adjust.
And where do you expect us to find one of those?
What about you, Alphen? All that gear, and you hardly seem to be breaking a sweat.
Yeah, I guess when you've lived a life devoid of pain for as long as I have, even feeling hot and bothered could be a welcome change.
Well, lucky you, I guess. Just don't expect us to carry you when you pass out.
Is that the Zeugle we're looking for? No choice!
Demon Fang!
They smite with blackened
Demon
blade!
Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Illuminate the dark!
Execution!
I don't think it's natural!
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Appreciate the help.
Illuminate the
Denied!
Come forth, holy glimmer!
Tiger
Demon
Blade!
Fang! Double Demon Fang! It's on!
Blaze on fire!
Double Demon Fang!
That's it!
Scoot back!
Stand back! I'll trip it up!
Demon Fang!
Take this!
This one's mine!
One more! Piercing roar!
Demon Fang!
Time to drop! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Benediction light.
Blaze on fire!
Freeze Lancer!
Tiger!
Demon Fang! Double Demon
This one's
Fang!
mine!
Thunderblade!
Demon Fang!
Illuminate the dark! Come forth, holy land!
Double
Hold on.
Demon Fang!
One more!
quite necessary when creating weaponry.
Man, this place is thick with foliage.
I know. It feels like we're going to be swallowed up by all these plants if we stay in here.
Indeed. I much prefer the forests in Menancia myself.
Not that I don't agree, but
Out of my way!
Shield!
Double Demon
Can't
Fang!
get out of this!
Demon
In
Fang!
here!
I'll smash you!
Double Demon Fang!
More for this confiscate!
Benediction light.
I'll take out the legs with my shield.
Going in! Blah, blah, blah!
That's it.
Magic! Crossblade!
Going in.
Benediction
I'll stop its charge.
Not
Thanks,
today!
Kisara!
Heal!
Dazzle!
This
Holy
one's
Land!
mine.
Reflect on thy
Double
sin.
Demon Fang!
They smite with blackened blade!
Going in.
Illuminate the sun!
Tiger Blade!
Come forth! Holy
Time to
Glimmer!
shine.
Holy Land!
Demon Fang!
Benediction light.
Tiger Blade! I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa!
Benediction
Dance
light.
in the wind! Sleep now!
I owe you one for that.
I'll be
Going
saving
in.
this one!
Double Demon Fang!
Thunder Blade!
Hang on.
They smite with blackened blade!
Look sharp.
Now!
this should come in handy when crafting weapons.
Let's see what you've got.
Denied.
Dance in the wind!
This one's
Demon
mine.
Fang!
In here!
Armor won't save you!
This one's all mine!
Going in.
This one's mine!
Right! If they rush
Going
you,
in.
you gotta jump for cover, okay?
Tiger Blade.
Demon Fang!
Going in. One more.
More for
Double
the
Demon Fang!
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Look sharp.
This one's mine!
Lightning strike.
Ah!
More with that
Megasonic
Going
Thrust!
in. One more.
Come forth! Holy Glimmer!
I'm gone.
Holy Land!
Got you. Look sharp.
Benediction light.
Sonic Thrust!
Going in.
Double Demon Fang!
Going in.
Condense!
Tiger
Now.
Blade.
Illuminate the dark! Come
Double
forth!
Demon Fang!
Holy Land!
Double Demon Fang!
Looks like we won.
I wonder if we can use this. Yeah.
An opponent like this should be easy.
This one's far enough. Look
Double
sharp.
Demon Fang!
Shield!
This one's mine!
Going in.
That's it!
They
Going in.
Rising Weapon!
Tiger Blade. One more. Time to
Double
shine.
Demon Fang!
Going in.
Charge like that can easily be breaking.
Demon Fang!
Just as well, I'm here to stop you. Piercing roar.
Arctic waterfall!
No further!
Demon Fang!
One more.
Double Demon
Tiger
Fang!
Blade. I'll take you all on. Ha! Flare the Malisa.
Benediction
Demon
light.
Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Thank
In
you.
here!
Going in.
Demon Fang!
Stockpile!
Time to shine.
Ready!
No chance.
They
No.
smite with
Double
blackened
Demon
blade!
Fang!
I can do this!
Tiger Blade.
Hit from...
I can feel my power growing!
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Demon Fang!
Tiger Blade! Look sharp!
Demon Fang!
Piercing roar!
Double Demon Fang!
Tiger Blade! Going in! Going in! Lightning strike! Lunar Arc! One more!
Demon
Ring
Fang!
Rope!
Frozen.
Hammer!
Let's refrain from losing.
There it is. That's our target.
An opponent like this should be easy. This one's mine!
In here.
On guard! Far enough!
Go for the stop.
No chance!
Illuminate the
Try!
stars.
On guard!
Holy glitter.
Tiger Blade!
Now for some
Demon Fang!
On guard!
Double Demon Fang!
No further!
Demon
Going
Fang!
in!
Double
Take
Demon
this.
Fang!
sleep now.
Look sharp!
Demon
Sadistic
Fang!
descent! Lightning strike!
You're mine!
On guard!
I can carve through
Demon
armor!
Fang! Double
Tiger
Demon
Blade!
Our arts are being interrupted.
Double Demon Fang!
That's it!
Illuminate
Take
the
this
stars.
All mine!
Come forth,
This
holy
one's
glitter.
mine!
This one's
Holy
mine!
land. First.
Double Demon
Look
Fang!
sharp!
Confiscating.
They smite with
First.
blackened
Demon
blade!
Fang!
On guard!
Double
Lightning
Demon
Take
Fang!
this!
Thunderblade.
Step back. This one's all law.
That's foreign! Piercing roar!
Take this!
This one's mine!
Going in. Feel it. Going in. They look cute and stuff, but they're vicious.
Time is far enough! Tiger Blade!
I can do this
Demon
all
Fang!
day.
Going in!
Double Demon Fang!
Shattering the pieces.
Holy
Attack
land.
time. I'll smash you. Begin.
Raging cascade.
Lunar Arc! Lightning strike!
Dance in the wind. Sleep now.
Sadistic descent!
Blackened blade.
This one's
Illuminate
mine!
the dark. Come forth, holy glimmer.
Going in!
Holy land. Now
Time to shine!
All in order.
Now, first.
This one's mine!
Raging cascade.
you take it?
First. Lion power. Dance in the wind. Feel it.
They smite with
War
blood.
for the
Look
dark.
sharp! Take
Ready.
this! Tiger Blade!
Execution.
Look sharp! Take this!
I'm ready! Dueling!
All yours, Kisara! Retreat if you know what's good for you!
Attack time!
I'll smash you!
Tiger Blade! I
Can't get out of
Be
this!
careful, everyone. This one isn't normal.
Going in!
Lightning condensed!
Denied! Look sharp!
Thunder blade! I can do this all
Tiger
day!
Not
Blade!
today.
Time to shine!
In the wind!
Execution!
I'm ready! Strike!
In an instant. Impact block.
Over! Magic is them!
Going in!
Sleep now!
This one's
More for
mine!
the stockpile!
Tiger Blade! This one's mine! Hurricane Strike! Lightning Strike!
Polar blade.
Lunar Arc!
Waterfall!
Double
Lightning
demon
Green
strike.
Lantern! Too much to handle?
I'm ready. Blow them away.
I feel sprightlier than before.
No choice.
Go time!
Armor won't save you.
Tiger Blade!
Double duck.
Holy
On
Land!
guard!
Demon fang.
That's it!
Double demon fang.
One last raging cascade!
Going in! Tiger Blade!
Not today.
More for the stockpile!
Lunar Arc!
Lightning condensed!
Lightning Strike!
Take this!
Too much to handle?
Ready to go! Lavarna!
Holy Glimmer!
On guard!
Holy
Take
Land!
Demon fang.
Tiger
Double
Blade!
demon fang.
Piercing Dueling!
All yours, Kisara!
Lightning
Demon fang.
condensed! Confiscate!
Double demon fang.
Time to shine!
Demon fang.
Lunar Arc!
Finish it. In an instant. Impact block.
Do you think we'll be okay to keep going?
I make no guarantees.
All we have to do is get rid of that thing, right?
Go no further!
Shattering pieces. Demon fang.
Time to shine!
Freeze, Lantern!
Demon fang.
Dance in the wind! Sleep now!
On guard!
Demon fang.
More for the
Tiger
Double
Blade!
demon fang. Demon fang.
One more!
Magic is them!
Lunar Arc! Going in!
Blackened blade.
Tiger Blade! This one's mine!
Execution!
Lunar Arc! Fantastic! Now my clothes are ruined. Piercing roar! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare the Malisa! Now I can handle
Double
it!
demon fang.
Florida!
Blackened blade!
Tiger
fang.
Blade!
Double demon. Finish it.
Lunar Arc!
In an instant. Impact block.
I've been doing really great lately.
Ho 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 ho! Ho ho ho!
You're saying we should check the owl fort?
Let's see what you've got.
Ready to finish!
Take, forgive me.
This one's mine! Tiger Blade!
Reflect on thy sin. They smite with blackened blade.
On guard! Piercing roar! Execution! Their arts were interrupted! On guard! One more! Tiger Blade!
Reflect on thy sin.
Lunar Arc!
They smite with blackened blade.
Not in your dreams!
Time to shine!
Here goes!
This one's mine! This one's mine!
Take
I'll be saving
reflect
this
on
one.
thy sin.
Thunderblade!
They smite
I
with
can
blackened
use all
blade.
day.
Reflect on thy sin. They
Dance
smite
in the
with
wind.
blackened blade.
Sealed!
Reflect on. Thy
More
sin.
for the stockpile!
They smite with blackened blade.
Lightning condemned! Thunderblade! Now
I'm ready! Down! You're on! You're open! I'm go-
Shattering of pieces.
Attack time! Tiger Blade!
Purge malevolence! Arctic waterfall!
Prepare to be
Sealed! More for the stockpile!
Can't get out of this.
Far beyond the darkest sky!
Going in.
I call
That's
upon
it.
thee!
Tiger Blade!
Reflect on thy sin.
I let my guard down.
I couldn't make it in time.
Saving this one. Hit! More where that came from!
Forgive me.
Arctic took care of Pluto.
Pathetic.
Have you guys checked your equipment lately?
Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
Okay.
Okay. Yes!
What?
Really? Dohalim. Dohalim, I'm going to look into some seasonal fishing spots.
By all means.
Leap
The preparations to me as well. I'll bring the rods. Would you prefer your fish served grilled or raw?
I'll, trust your judgment, Kisara.
Little help!
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Execution!
Ready and ready!
Double Demon Fang! Demon
This
Fang!
one's mine!
Double Demon Fang!
On guard!
A charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here
Not
to stop.
today!
Look sharp!
Twin!
Tiger Blade!
In here!
Piercing roar!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
You made me angry. That was a bad idea.
Demon Fang!
Ready to go! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare de Malika! Far enough! This one's
Demon
mine!
Fang!
Tiger Blade!
Demon Fang!
Luminous power!
Double Demon Fang!
New champ! You're open! I'm gone!
You're mine!
I'm gone! That's it!
Double Demon Fang!
Piercing roar! Tiger shine!
Next!
Take this!
This
It's
one's
time.
mine!
Finish it.
No release!
All yours, Kisara.
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor. My way!
Benediction light.
Not today! I owe you one!
Sleep now.
You're mine!
I'm gone! One more!
They smite with
Double
rock
Demon
and
Fang!
Tidal wing!
New chance! Got you!
Demon Fang!
execution.
Lion power!
Sonic Thrust!
Tiger blade!
Double
I'm
Demon
ready.
Fang!
All yours, Kisara.
Surprise! Look sharp!
Demon Fang!
To me!
Double Demon Fang!
Armor won't save you!
Here goes! Lightning now!
Demon Fang!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
My exploits are bearing fruit.
Little help!
To everlasting dark.
Double Demon
Negative
Fang!
gate.
Thunderblade!
They're on down!
Demon
You're
Fang!
on!
Double Demon Fang!
Negative gate.
This one's mine!
Rending you
I'll
apart.
be saving this one!
Bloody
Not
take
in your
this.
dreams!
They smite.
This one keeps charging us!
That's what
No
my shield's
further.
for! Get behind me!
Got it! I'll leave it to you!
Arcade waterfall! In here!
Bloody howling.
Double Demon
More
Fang!
where that came from!
Another incantation ruined.
Raging
Demon Fang!
Bloody howling.
More for the
Double
stockpile!
Demon Fang!
The waters of creation
Demon
magic!
Fang!
Don't leave me all alone!
Hit!
We
More
did
where
it!
that came from!
Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Lion power!
Illuminate the
Tiger
tiger
blade! I'll take you all on! Ha! Flare de Malika! Ringwell!
Frozen!
Hammer!
Lightning condensed!
Double Not today!
Thunderblade! Illuminate Tiger Blade! Come forward!
Leave the blade out to me!
Denied! Tiger Blade! Lion Power!
Double Demon Fang!
Arctic Waterfall! Piercing Roar! Tiger Blade! Does anyone else think this may be just a bit too tough for us? Everyone okay?
I may have exerted myself a little too much today.
Why am I here?
Would it kill you to be a little more friendly? Dohalim, care if I hang out for a while? I wanted to ask you something.
I'm all ears.
How much contact did you have with the other lords back in the day?
I only saw or exchanged words with them on a handful of occasions. Not that I was particularly keen on even that much.
Almeidrea made it sound like the two of you had some kind of history together.
She was like that with all of the lords, not just me. She was always interested in who she could use, who had value for her own ends. Having said that, she wasn't quite so brazen back when we were still in Lenegis. In a sense, she may have been a victim of the crown contest as well.
Almeidrea? A victim?
To a Renan, there is no greater honor in life than being chosen to serve as a lord, let alone to go on and become the next sovereign. We are taught that from the day we leave the womb. There are few Renans who wouldn't be ecstatic at the prospect of ascending to lordship.
You were like that though, right? You've always struck me as a more grounded guy.
No sane Renan would ever dare admit that their interests lie in anything but power and prestige, even if they feel so in their heart of hearts.
The more you talk about it, the more it seems like the crown contest is nothing but misery for Renans, too.
Which is why I seek to end it. Not that I imagine Danon such as Rinwell are all that interested in hearing tales of woe such as mine. Do you mind watching our camp tonight? Once we finish eating, we should get going.
What's up?
Once we get to the mountain, the terrain won't be easy. We should rest up here before pressing on.
But what about Shion? She's waiting for us.
All the more reason to conserve our energy.
Huh?
It's not only the mountain. Hard though that may be, it's a pittance compared to what follows. Namely Volron. We wear ourselves out now, or worse still, get injured. We might as well show up gift-wrapped. Right, Kisara?
That's right. Besides, Alphen still hasn't fully recuperated yet.
I'm fine. Don't stop on my account.
Oh, really? Well, in that case, it's me who wants to take a rest for a while. Does that suit you better?
A little bit.
So, Alphen, 300 years, huh? Care to share the secret to such a long and healthy life?
I wish I knew. Once I left Lenegis, the next thing I remember is waking up in Calaglia. Everything in between is a blank.
You mean there are still gaps in your memory?
I've heard of starships with devices that can stave off imminent death by putting their passenger into a deep sleep. They're usually only intended as a temporary solution, until proper treatment for an ailment or injury can be obtained.
You think he might have been asleep in that starship for 300 years? But why? What would be the point?
Might this Naori have had a hand in it?
What do you mean?
If she's Renin like you say she is, she would have understood how to operate the starship better than yourself.
You're saying she deliberately put me to sleep for 300 years?
Dohalim, that's a bit of a leap.
Forgive me, I spoke out of turn. I'm merely thinking aloud, that's all. Shion and the maiden Naori. After 300 years, it's not unreasonable to suspect they may be related. Shion is nearly the perfect image of her, yes? She also just so happens to be connected to you. Is it merely a coincidence?
Like I've told you 1,000,000 times already, I wouldn't know.
Well, if you're absolutely certain that it couldn't have been Naori, then I guess I must have been mistaken. Complicated machinery can sometimes break down or have failures. Sorry for being presumptuous.
Hold on a sec. Alphen, you said the mask was to placate you, right? To keep your guilt and rage in check? And you were wearing it the whole time you were asleep, right?
I guess I must have been.
So that's 300 years you were wearing it. It's just a hunch, but do you think that the mask might be...
The reason he lost all his memories?
All but a select few strong ones, so deeply ingrained in his psyche that he saw them in the form of dreams. It's not completely out of the question.
In which case, maybe it was the mask numbing his sense of pain, too.
It's certainly possible. As for how, I wouldn't know, but the dampening effect on his psyche could have manifested itself physically as well.
I'm sorry for snapping at you back there. It's thanks to you that I feel like that we're finally getting somewhere with all this.
No apologies necessary. Reading others' feelings has never been my strong suit.
So he finally admits it.
I really hope Shion's okay.
I get what you're concerned. But if you don't rest when you can, you're going to regret it.
She's right. We need our rest to conserve our strength. Alone. I'm all alone.
Let's go. We don't want to keep Shion waiting.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in battle. So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes kind of creepy. So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it? Basically, the elemental astral energy behind each art, I guess.
Astral energy? Hold on, are you saying you can talk to astral energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false! Thunderblade!
What are you doing? You almost fried me with that!
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
I don't know what to do. Things can't go on like this.
What do you mean?
Oh! It's you, Rinwell.
You were talking about me, weren't you?
No, I wasn't. I've just been thinking about some things.
Really? How unusual.
Cut it out. I'm being serious here.
Sorry.
I was thinking about... You know how I used to work for Ganabelt back when I was in Cyslodia?
Yeah, of course. You were brought in after the Snake Eyes killed your friends, right? I mean, you had to.
Right. I used to have nightmares about it when I fell asleep. But lately that's been happening a lot less. I don't know how to feel about that.
That's a good thing, isn't it? You should be happy.
Yeah, but... I did a lot of terrible things back then. And I'm scared I'm starting to forget what I did.
Okay, so let me just get all of this straight. You think you'll forget everything if you stop having those nightmares? Why?
Because... You know me. I'm freaking stupid.
But it sure doesn't sound to me like you've forgotten.
Oh, yeah. But still.
I don't think those nightmares going away means you've forgotten. Maybe it's a sign that you've come to terms with what you did.
Come to terms? You mean like Alphen with his past? You think that's what's happening?
Yeah, I do. You're pretty amazing, Law.
I am?
Yeah. Not all of us have figured out how to accept our pasts. Least of all, me.
Rinwell.
Hmm?